All right. Welcome to What's Your I Can Conversations, the podcast that breathes life into the pages of What's Your I Can. Realize your I can in purpose, business, and family. I am your host, Kristy Angelee, National Single Mom speaker, businesswoman, writer, and media personality. And I am delighted to have you join us on this journey. Get ready because we're here to amplify the voices of single moms, celebrate their achievements, challenge stereotypes, raise awareness, and much, much more. In addition to our regular episodes, we have a special segment called Candid Single Moms Conversations, where we dive deep into the unique experiences and perspectives of single moms. Through these conversations, we aim to foster a deeper connection with God, a vital element as we collectively reimagine our future together. Today, I am thrilled to introduce to you our guest, the incredible Alena. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Miss Alena! Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, I have been, rehearsing that name over and over again to make sure that I am saying it correctly.
Yeah.
Yes, I got it. So tell us about yourself.
My name is Alena. I am a single mom of a 2-year-old. He'll be 3 in December. I have 2 jobs. I work at his Montessori school as a toddler teacher, and then I also am a massage therapist at a spa. Um, it's a lot. But they make it worth it. It doesn't even matter.
Mhm.
You know.
Awesome. Now, so you have all this going on for yourself, right? And so I'm pretty sure trying to find the balance and the demands of being a single parent with your personal life and career, how do you do it? Let's talk about that.
It is very hard. It is. I'm kind of a homebody, so I think that helps. But I do have friends. I do like to go out. You have to plan everything. You just plan, 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 plan. And, most of our life is just revolved around work and school and, taking care of all the responsibilities. And really, honestly, fall is my favorite time because that's when all the events are happening. And that's when, our social life really booms. Maybe the summer would have been better if it wasn't so hot. But I like to
Right.
take him on little adventures. We go out to like the pumpkin festivals and the bluebonnet
Mhm.
festivals, and I meet up with other moms and their kids, and we'll go camping, and so we get a good mix of getting the kids involved. They can play, and then you also get the adult time with your friends as well. But
I
yeah, it can be a
absolutely
lot.
love it. It sounds like a good lot,
Yeah.
because I've heard a lot of single moms, they say, where do I have the time or the energy to socialize? They have to take care of planning the meals and,
Mhm.
making sure the children are clean or whatever the case may be. And you seem to have it figured out, you
No.
know, and you know exactly when to plan. You're like the fall is the best time for you guys because it has a lot of, activities you can get involved in. So do you kind of plan your schedule around that more so than any other times of the year?
I think so. Probably just because it's my favorite time of year. And so it's when I like
Okay.
to get out and do things. I like
Okay.
the festivities of fall. But I feel like there's
Mhm.
more for kids to partake, like I don't know, in the spring, there's like little spring festivals, but it's not they don't have as many kid activities, whereas almost every fall event they have like painting that they can do, or the pumpkin carvings, or even just going to these farms. They'll have like little petting zoos and just all these fall promotions. They involve a lot of kid activities, and I really like that. And
Mhm.
Christmas is good too. I mean, come on, Christmas, like
I'm so ready. I'm
yeah.
so ready.
But
What do you like to do
Christmas,
around Christmas?
Well, Christmas is more about family for me, and so
Mhm.
that's the time of year I take to go see our family because they're 3 hours away. So we don't really get to see them much, but my son's birthday is right around that time as well, so I try to really make sure that, I mean, school is out for 2 weeks anyways, so
Yeah.
I try to make sure that I get that time off as well from work so that we can go do a whole family trip and take that time. So, yeah.
I love it. So taking advantage of the time and understanding the changes of the seasons, right?
Mhm.
Especially around the holidays, and being able to plan those things that's going to be beneficial, not just for the child, but for you as well, right?
Mhm.
You got to have those things. Like you said, you love the fall. So that's something that is beneficial for you and not just for the child, or you're loving the Christmas because it's centered around the family. So that's beneficial for both you and the child. You get to reconnect with family members that you may have not seen in a while. I have my mom. My mom, she's like 10 hours away.
Okay.
So when the holidays come, we kind of like, share the, the cities and stuff like that. So she'll fly here, or we'll drive
Wow.
to where she is, so I can get it, if especially if your family is farther distances, instead of just right where you are. It's kind of like a, oh my gosh, we get to see our family and talk about our experiences and share things they may have missed throughout the year, and then watch your child like, oh, look what he can do now, or he's able to do A, B, and C, or this is something that I've experienced, growing up, as well with a toddler. How is that? How is raising a toddler? Not only are you raising a toddler, you are a toddler teacher. So you are dealing with, or loving on,
Uh,
I would say, toddlers pretty much every day or every other day. I don't know quite how Montessori's work, like their schedule. If you 3
they
days a week,
follow
or how is that?
so they follow basically the same schedule as like public schools, local public schools. Um, I mean, they do offer like a part-time option where parents can choose Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or even like shortened days. But as a teacher, I'm there Monday through Friday. I work there part-time because I have two jobs, right? So
Mhm.
I'm there Monday through Friday, 2:30 to close, 5:30. And so I get to see these little ones every single day, and they are adorable. It is a challenge. I mean, their development, they go so fast. They grow up so fast, but there's still so much that they just don't understand. Like, the other day one of them got mad that he couldn't pick up the floor. Like, it just doesn't work that way.
Oh my
They
gosh,
have their
that is
little
so
toddler
cute.
meltdowns over nothing, and you just got to coach them through it. And um, yes, it gets
Oh my sweet
difficult, but it's
Jesus.
also, it brings joy and like a
Mhm.
humbleness to yourself because you're just
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh, like to be in the mind of a toddler.
right.
Oh, it's funny. It gets funny.
I love it. I'm just imagining, I have a 2-year-old, and then I think at 4, he'll be 4 as well. But he's always wanted to go fast. He thinks he's
Oh,
Sonic. He thinks he's, so he's into superheroes and all these things. And so I can do it. He was cooking one day with his mom, and he was like, "Why can I not stir this even faster?" He was making pancakes, and he wanted to get done in a speedily manner. And he was like, "But it's flying everywhere. Why can I not go faster? I'm supposed to go faster." So
yeah.
I understand their, development, and how I feel like things are so real to them. They haven't really, deciphered between like, that is a show. You are to go at this speed, but I'm glad that you're trying to help get things done in a speedily manner. But all of the flour and the spices, it's outside of the bowl now.
Yeah. Doesn't quite work that way.
So I love it. Okay, so if you could go back and tell your younger you one thing that you would do differently, what would that be?
Oh, okay. This is a lot, but um
Gosh, I
as
can't
much as I love my son, he's the best thing in the
wait.
world to me. And, you
Mhm.
know, if I told my younger self this, then it wouldn't happen this way. I wouldn't have this son that I have. But I would tell myself to wait. I would tell myself to
Mm,
wait until I found the like partner that is going to be my partner, going to be by my side, you know, and
mhm,
raise the kids like how we, you, just the support, you,
mhm.
like we're told that we're supposed to have, or you strive for the relationship, everything.
Yeah.
I would have been more choosy, you know, to
Mm,
make sure that I really had that solid couple relationship and marriage and everything before having a child.
mhm. So let's talk about that a little, like being more choosy. Like,
Yep.
what do you see now versus then that when you chose someone? What are some of your, I would say, your qualities you look for now, or what space are you in now
Mm.
that you will choose better?
Well, so before, I think I was just, to be honest, I feel like I was maybe desperate, which is
Okay.
good. That's really not
Yeah.
good. Like, don't choose a life
Right.
partner on
Oh, that's
desperation.
good. Oh, that's
Um,
good.
yeah. And, you know, I don't even know if, I don't think there's really any different qualities necessarily. I think I wasn't even looking at people's qualities before. I was just, you know, kind of wanting to get it done. I wanted to
Mhm.
be married. I wanted to have a kid. I wanted to, you know, have all the family stuff, start a life like that, you know, and I didn't
Yeah.
even take in consideration, you know, what all those ingredients should be, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as now, the qualities that I look for, are they good with kids? You know, what kind of
Mhm.
values do they want to instill in kids? Have they been around kids before?
Mhm.
Okay, criminal record history, look at that, because
Yeah.
sorry, I don't want any of it. You know,
Yeah.
maybe a speeding ticket, but you know,
Mhm.
um, there's a lot to look for. I feel like I'm really picky now, and
Mhm.
that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm already doing it alone, and if it takes for, you know, until past 18, when he's 18, like I don't care, that's fine. Like
Mhm.
I know that I can do what I'm doing right now still, and waiting for that person that's going to be the right one is way more worth it than, you know, jumping from thing to thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Not doing things out of desperation is very key.
Mhm.
Even now as a single mom, because sometimes we can, you know, still make that mistake and oh, I need a someone to help me because of everything, the way that's weight that is on our shoulders,
Mhm.
right? And so now we still look for, you know, we jump in a run relationship and get into, you know, some mess entanglements because of desperation. How did you manage? This is none of the notes, but how did you learn how to control that part of desperation? What mindset, what did that look like for you?
Well, honestly, I think it has more to do with just what I went through with the
Mhm.
split of me and my ex. It was a domestic violence situation, and
Okay.
honestly, I feel like it just kind of like sobered me up to a lot of things.
Mhm.
It was just very eye-opening, and it it showed me everything that I don't want for my life and for my son. And you know, now that I've been doing it alone, I don't know, it's like I can't afford to make those mistakes because it doesn't only affect me, it affects my child. And um there's, I don't know, there's just so many things that, like little things that we don't even think about, but now you
Mhm.
have to like analyze every little thing and how it's going to affect, you know, not only right now but tomorrow and the next day and all of that. And especially with kids, they grab onto the tiniest things, like, you know, he'll see a guy outside mowing the lawn, and then the next day we drive by and he's like, "Where's that guy mowing the lawn?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it doesn't happen every day."
Yeah.
Like they hold on to those things.
Right.
So
Yeah, it is amazing. I love that because your decisions do determine your destiny. And so every decision that you make is planting a seed that's going to grow. And what do you want to grow? Do you want to, continue to have a life of letdowns, upsets, setbacks? You have a business,
Mhm.
right? And so that plays a huge part of your business about that. How does your desperation, you know even plays in your business, because we have single moms that may be wanting to, like, oh, I want to, have my own business, but I'm scared, or I want to have my own business out of desperation because I need the money, I want the money, and seeming like being an entrepreneur is the way to go. Let's talk about that as well.
Yeah, that's really hard. Yeah, having your own business is really hard because I have the option to have
Mhm.
my own business as a massage therapist. And I mean, even babysit, any single mom can go babysit if you want to see what starting your own business is might be like. If you can handle kids, and like you can get into babysitting. That's some good extra money.
Mhm.
And that's a taste of having your own business. But as a massage therapist, honestly, I've done that. And even before my child, like it's hard. It is hard to have your own business, and you really have to be self motivating and have determination. And I think the hardest part of that is, whether you have kids or not, whether you're single or not. Um, Part of having a business is you're going to fail, you're going to fall. And it's that part of you have to get back up that I think is
Right.
hardest. And um, I have a few personal clients that I see on the side, but I don't really go out searching for more business. I work at the spa that I work at, and they bring in the clients, Um, but I mean, I do always have that option that I could go
Mhm.
out there and advertise. I think I focus more on just balancing the life at home though, with my child.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
yeah, if I have that extra free time and one of my clients says, "Hey, can you come see me?" then I'll schedule it in where I can.
Mhm. Yeah, the freedom and flexibility is always a thing that single moms are seeking,
Mhm.
and so for you to have that option and know that it's there, I feel like you're in a powerful place. What do you think? I feel like you are in a good space because you understand where you are. A lot of single moms aren't understanding where they are, and it makes their journey so much more harder.
Yeah.
It makes their life so much more frustrating because they haven't got a grasp on, I'm a single mom, but that's not all. I can still have these other options available to me. It's all in planning. I like that you stated that earlier, even about the fall and Christmas and taking off, and is knowing those seasons that are more favorable to you, and you make those plans ahead of time so that you can be in those moments with your child the way you want to be in those moments. It's very doable. Much kudos to you. I love it. I love it. Can you share some of the most rewarding aspects of being a single mom?
Uh,
Like, what is
you get all
rewarding about being a single mom?
you get all their time, and
Mhm,
they're to them, you're their best friend. It's
mhm.
mommy, 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 mommy. And oh gosh, it is the cutest thing. Two is such a great age, like when they really start talking a lot, and you get to see everything and be there for every single moment. Um, right now, he's just, Mommy, I love you. I love you so much, Mama. And oh my gosh, all the hugs, all of it. It's so cute, so cute. And you get to be the one to again plan those little adventures and outings,
Mhm,
and like you get to see their joy and share in it, and it just brings
mhm,
you so much joy. Like if I'm ever having a bad morning or a bad day or whatever, it doesn't even matter because you just look at their little smiling face. And even sometimes I'll ask him for a hug, and like whenever I'm feeling kind of down on
mhm.
myself, and it'll be like okay, and it's like a 1 second hug. not even. And I'm like, okay, I'll take that.
I'll take it.
Thanks. And turns around and like, I ride a bike. And okay, let's go do that. But it still like makes me happy again.
Yeah.
Know that you're the one doing it all. And
Mhm.
I really try to remember that, because it's really easy to like beat yourself up and let all that weight, you know,
Yeah.
tear you down. That is way too easy to do,
Mhm.
even not having kids.
Yeah.
This world is difficult if no one's noticed. um, but you know, when I look at him, I really just try to remember like it takes a lot to be able to keep going and keep doing that. And that's something to really just kind of I feel like it should take a weight off your shoulders when you really look at all of it, because you're like, wow, I'm doing this. I did that. Maybe not
Yeah.
fully, like my house could be a lot cleaner. And
Mhm.
my these plans that I make could go a little smoother. Sometimes it's very last minute, but it doesn't matter when there's so much joy in it, or that comes from.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the joy that comes from it. I
Mhm.
think that's what I'm hearing overall. Look at the joy that comes from being an intentional single mom at that. Understanding that you get to open your child eyes to the world. You get to be the first one to, share those morals and values and, the goodies of the world, right? Holidays and instilling in them those memorable, things that they could take, throughout their life and say, man, this is what we did, this is how we had fun and how we explored the world, how we found our tribe within our own self at times, because I hear that a lot of single moms feel like a community is too much for because of their own experiences, where some don't want to get out, some don't want to do this and all the things that comes along with it. But I feel like you have found out how to how that community, even if it's just you and your son, but
Mhm.
you're going to festivals. But you're still out with other people, even so that can be a part. Hey, we can explore and let's people watch.
Yeah.
Let's see how they're interacting.
Yes.
Are your people watching? Oh,
I
that's neat.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of we go to Texas Renaissance Festival every year.
Okay. Oh, cool.
I love that because um I feel I've gone since I was like 16 almost every year.
Mhm.
And it feels like a safe place, maybe just because it's nostalgic to me. But I put him in his little like I put a diaper on him, put his little camo cloth cover on and some shoes, and slather him up in sunscreen and just let him run around and be a little barbarian naked kid. And he gets to see there's so many people in costumes
Yeah.
and just all the like magical stuff there. He has a
Mhm.
blast just walking around and like looking at all the costumes. And sometimes he'll walk up and try to touch them, and they love
Mhm.
it. They're like,
Yeah.
everyone that goes there is so great with kids. They they interact with him and let him come up. And there's a group of people that they dress up as foxes, like an actual head of a fox, and
Yeah.
they'll get real close and let him pet their noses and stuff. It's
Oh,
cute. And I just love watching all of it, watching him
yeah.
interact with them and them with him. And he just gets to kind of roam free. And I just keep an eye on him, make sure that he's
Yeah.
not hurting anyone or himself. And yeah, it's great. Great people watching place.
Yes, I absolutely, excuse me, I absolutely love it. What are some of the biggest challenges you have faced as a single mother, and how have you overcome them?
Oh, honestly, it's that balancing. It is.
Uh-huh.
Balancing, keeping the house clean, having our laundry
Mhm.
done. Are we ready for the next day? Um,
Yeah.
you know, being ready for both of my jobs. I have to make sure I have my bag packed so that I can change my clothes at lunch and get to the next one.
Oh, wow.
making lunch, making dinner,
Mhm.
just all that planning, all the schedules, all those little things. I think, yeah, that's been probably the biggest challenge. And really, I'm not successful at it all the time. I mean, no, you're never successful 100% at everything. Um, but I try. And
Mhm.
I think the success comes in the attitude
Oh, I love it.
because yeah, because even whenever I forget his lunch or forget my lunch or, you know, don't have the right clothes that day, there's always a solution. There's always a
Mhm.
solution. And there's no point in like getting all stressed out. Like, yes, I'll get stressed out, but then you have to like refocus, recalculate, and just think of that solution. And like, yes, this is a hiccup, but it's not the end of the world and everything will work out and it's okay. Like, it's just another day. We're going to get through it and try better for tomorrow, you know? So I think
The
it just,
success comes. Okay, go
do,
ahead.
no, do what? I'm sorry.
No, no, you said something that I just really love. The success comes through your attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you can be failing, and as long as you have a good attitude about it, like you can turn it around. You can turn that failure around and make it a success. But if you start, mentally failing, that's when you're really falling and it's too easy to get down in that depression and that hole. That's not going to get you out of that failure. That's just going to keep it going.
Yeah. How has being a single mother shaped your perspective on relationships? And I think we talked about that a little earlier,
A
and
little
dating.
bit. Oh, honestly, I don't know. It's kind of funny. Like, I'll want to for a second, and then I'm just like, no, that's a lot of work. I already have a baby puppy in the form of a human. I don't need another one.
I
I'm just,
feel go
I don't have time for that.
yeah,
And that's okay. I don't care. Maybe one day, but
yeah.
um, I mean, I was like kind of dating this guy for a little bit, and
Mhm.
um, it gets distracting, honestly. I already have a lot on my plate, and it's not worth it to me right now.
Right, okay. I love it. You said right now. So there
Yeah.
is a future expectation of a relationship. But since you know where you are right now and the weight right now that you are having to carry, no need to add anything extra right now.
Hmm.
Just be okay with where you are. And when the time comes, the right relationship will present itself.
Yep. Yep.
And so that's another thing I feel like when you talk about desperation, so there's no desperation anymore. So you can just mellow, you can just coast through this single mom journey, enjoy the, experiences, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the love, and all the things that's coming along with it right now. You get to experience it from a viewpoint of, I'm okay with where I am. I
Hmm.
understand, like, once I get into another relationship, there's going to be work and all those things, and I'm not ready to take on. I'm not ready to take on, and that's totally fine.
Yep.
That is totally fine. Most people will probably make you feel as if, girl, you need someone to, help you with this. Have you heard that? Have
Yeah.
you had anybody to tell
Yeah.
you need someone to help you with that child, or you need someone? It'd be better to be in a relationship because you can get this. How do you handle that?
Actually, one of my best friends tells me that a lot, and I'm like, no, no, I'm not doing that because when you think about it, like whoever you're adding to your life, they're in
Mhm,
your child's life now, and
mhm,
everything that they say and do, your child is watching as well, and how they treat you as well. Like you have to make sure they're treating you right, and I don't my next relationship, I don't want to be with someone that is just going to be there for me,
mhm,
like I want someone that can also be a good father to my child and wants that.
mhm.
I grew up in a split home. My parents got divorced whenever I was born,
Mhm.
and I'm the youngest, so they had older kids. But
Okay.
anyways, they were together a long time, but I was, I don't know, when I came along, I guess, I don't know. Anyways, I know what that's like. And, my dad, he still hasn't dated anyone, been with anyone. He's just
Mhm.
remained single my whole 34 years of my life. Um,
Okay.
and my
Wow.
mom, though, she dated here and there, and she actually got remarried. And I just, the men that she chose, unfortunately, never really wanted to be involved with her kids. And I hated that. I didn't
Yeah.
respect them. I didn't listen to anything that they said. I didn't
Mhm.
like being in the same room with them,
Mhm.
because they wouldn't even ask me like how my day was, or,
Yeah.
about school or anything. They just weren't interested. And I don't want that for my son.
Mhm.
That's a big important factor, is just finding someone that wants to be involved in that way, and that has good morals and values that I agree with. And I honestly, I feel like that's a little bit hard to find. um, and so, yeah, right now I'm willing to wait. I will do it the hard way on my own until
Mhm.
I find that. But I'm not
Yeah.
certain either. Yeah. Honestly, I think the search is more work than like
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Putting yourself out there, going into those places they are, getting yourself like just as you said, well, what I've already said, let it come to you.
Mhm.
When you are ready for a relationship, I believe that you will be ready and it will find you. And so, and the right person will find you,
Mhm.
because you know what you're wanting, and you have all of this, going for yourself. So it's going to be easy to like screen and filter and all these things, and you won't have to worry about, oh, what if I'm choosing the wrong one, or what if this one, because you already know what you're wanting, and it's like having this radar detector, like before they even walk up to you and say hi, you can already see like it's not going to work.
Yep.
Already, for some reason, I just know, I feel it, and I don't even want to, waste your time and making you feel less. We possibly can have a connection. We can't. Oh, can we just be friends? We can't even be friends because I understand that language. I understand what you're really wanting. I
Mhm.
understand that your aim is to, have this. You probably don't even want a relationship, but you want to wrap it up in some form of let's be friends.
Yeah.
No, we're just not. We're not compatible even as
Yeah.
friends. So understanding that you have a, pretty good gauge, I think the relationship is going to find you, and it's going to be a beautiful relationship. And your son is going to have a beautiful, father to see mowing the grass,
Yeah.
to see them at any time of the day. Are there any last words you would like to leave in our listeners' ear?
Um, I don't know, maybe like being a single mom is hard. It's very overwhelming. Honestly, I don't recommend it, but it happens, and that, I
Yeah.
thing I want to leave people with is don't beat yourself up about it. You're no less than any other parent. You love your kids just as much. And as long as you're doing everything that they need of you and loving them, then you're doing great. Doesn't matter that your house is a mess. Doesn't matter that you have spit up on your clothes. I mean, that's mother, whether they have a partner or not. That's every parent.
It
You know,
that's
it
just part of
does
you, right?
exactly. That's part of having kids. So whatever you're doing, as long as you have a roof over your head and you're doing your very best, you're doing great.
You guys heard it here. Thank you so much for joining us today on What's Your I Can Conversations. We hope you found this episode insightful and engaging. If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and leaving us a feedback. Your feedback means the world to us and helps us others discover our show. Don't forget to visit my website, Linktree Kristy Angelee for more resources and to stay updated on our latest episodes. Make sure you have clicked that notification bell. And as always, if you have a topic you'd like us to explore or a guest you'd like to hear from, feel free to reach out to us on our social media or by leaving a comment below. Until next time, remember that you are worth it. Take care and stay tuned for more every Friday.